Meow. Meow. Hello, Janet. First one in here. There we go. One-eyed trucker. Hello, Jeanette. How's everyone doing today? Yeah, he's already here. Hi, Kathy. Hi, Kelly in Wisconsin. Hi, Diane. How you doing? Look, he's already looking at the kitty jar, the treat jar, aren't you? Oh, and Nibble's kind of making her approach here too. You know, they're getting to the point where they know when I go live here that that's when the kitty treats come out. Don't you, Nibble? Come on. It's not going to eat itself. There's one for you. Nibble. Come on, here's another one. Nibble. Such a dainty little meow. As opposed to this guy who meows like a tomcat. Wow. All right. Let's see. I meowed and your cat meowed, huh? That's awesome. I thought he was trying to bite the kitty treats through the jar, but he just found the brush down there. Hi, PDXer. Did I draw the artwork for the mouse at the intro? No. One of my viewers, John Yarborough, did that. What's the weather here? Actually, it's cooled off a little bit. We've been kind of all summer kind of been in the upper 90s, lower hundreds, and it's actually, you know, kind of getting into the upper 80s now. So it's cooling off a little bit. You know, it was last year at this time that, well, it was a little later. It was kind of middle October where all of a sudden, you know, the temperature just dropped suddenly and it never bounced back. It seems like it's going a little slower this year and starting a little earlier, which is fine. You know, I can deal with that. It's getting to the point where it's a little cold to be in the pool though now, which is kind of horrible. I can't be in the pool that long because, you know, we had that rainstorm a few days ago that dumped 7 inches on us, and that did a lot to cool the pool off, and hasn't been warm enough yet to bounce back. Yeah, Kelly, I love it. I love being a homeowner again. Yeah, it's awesome. You know, kind of do whatever you want, and you know, don't have to worry about, you know, neighbors who share walls with you. Don't have to share their lives when they're getting in a fight, or you know, that was one of the things that I hated about the apartment. There are a lot of things I hated about that apartment, but one of the things I hated about that apartment was uh, the stairs in the neighbor's apartment were right on the wall with me, and I don't know, it sounded like I heard a wildebeest climbing those stairs sometimes. I honestly think that they tried to do it as, you know, be as noisy as they could. Yeah, fires have been doing a lot of smoke damage. I saw something today that was a satellite image that showed the California fires were sending smoke that was going all the way to like Wisconsin. That was insane. ordered some Steve Keen artwork. I've been seeing a lot of people on the Facebook page been doing that. That's really cool. I'm kind of glad because I like Steve Keen too. I've got a few Guided by Voices uh, covers from him, and they were things that he just did on eBay. I found a couple of them just at one point, and then all of a sudden he himself posted eight Guided by Voices covers, and you got them for like what, $50 or something. It was insane. And I was expecting, because the first two I got were 12 inches by 12 inches, and I didn't really read the auction details that much. These were actually 24 by 24, so they were huge. I was really surprised how cool that was to get those directly from the artist and get them for such a cheap price. But that's what makes Steve Keen really great. I like his stuff. The only thing you hear here is someone throwing out the garbage at 5 a.m. Ouch. Yeah. I really like this neighborhood because it's really quiet here, and that's awesome. It's quiet and it's dark at night. You're surrounded by fires on the north coast of California, about 120-mile radius from. Yeah, I mean, I remember that in California too. There were a couple of forest fires, well, brush fires that happened. Literally, the fire was like 5 miles from me. There was a couple of times that happened. I had video at one point, a time lapse video of the smoke billowing out over over my house, and that fire was like 5 miles east of me. And it was one of those it was one of those Santa Ana wind days, and so the wind was blowing in from the east anyway, so it was all kind of blowing it all towards me. That's another one of the reasons I couldn't wait to get out of California. Hi, Linda. How are you? No, I'm not really a fan of football. I mean, if someone has tickets, I'll go to a game, but I'm not going to sit and watch it on TV. That's just not for me. My a group of friends of mine and I used to do Super Bowl parties every year, and I went to those, but that was more just to go and hang out with friends and drink beer and do all that fun stuff. I wasn't so much into the game. It was, however, fun to watch some of the commercials, and the halftime shows were sometimes pretty good. Yeah, Bite's giving us another butt shot. You like showing people your butt, don't you? We're on Highway 101 because that Highway 101 runs almost the entire length of the state. Do I ever video chat with my mom? My mom isn't really that good with the technology, so that can be a little difficult at times. Yeah, I used to live right across the 91 freeway from Anaheim Hills, so I know exactly that area. Is Nibble hiding again? I think I just saw her out of the corner of my eye. Yeah, she's like over there right now on the other side of the couch. She's out and about, but at some point when the kitty treats aren't being dished out fast enough, she'll go back to her room and that'll be the end of her. This guy will stay here usually, though. Did I play music yet to hear the great sound? What I'm assuming you're talking about my surround sound system. That isn't anywhere near ready to go yet. Haven't even fired up the tuner or hooked anything up. In fact, you'll see in the video today that actually I hung the speakers and you'll see me do that. So that was a little bit of a challenge. That was a bit of a hassle just because the curvature of the roof, I wasn't able to do the speakers the way I wanted, but that's okay. They'll work that way. Yeah, my mom moved up closer to my sister last week, I think. Or actually, probably a week ago now, because I think it was like a week ago Thursday. And from my understanding, she's about 2 miles from my sister, which is perfect. Oh, there's Nibble. Hi, Nibble. See if we can coax you back into the camera here with some kitty treats. Come on, Nibble. Come here. Come on. Yeah, here she comes. Yeah, there's your nibble shot and your butt shot. Nibble. Meow. Too slow, Nibble. Mike got that one. Oh well. Do the cats ever go outside? No, not really. I actually brought Bite out the other day just to let him see outside, and I let him down. And the second he was on the ground, he wanted to be back in the house. So that's probably a good thing. I'll probably let him out a little bit later in the year when it cools off a bit. But you know what? I wouldn't want to. I don't really like being outside that much this time of year right now either. It's really hot right now. That's why I've been spending so much time doing projects inside. Yeah, I might add speakers outside. They got those kind of cool Bluetooth speakers that look like a rock or something like that. That would be kind of cool to have out there. Great for like parties and stuff. Any word on Flash? Flash is still at best place. We'll probably, I don't know. It's all going to be a matter of when we get off this coronavirus lockdown stuff. I would like to go get her, and what I'll do is I'll probably take some days off of work or something and drive to California and pick her up, come back. I just think that would be the best thing to do, for her. And if we can do it during the winter, then she'll already be hibernating, and that'll make things a lot easier on her. She'll just go to sleep in California in Best Yard and wake up in mine. Now I got all three of your cats watching, huh? All right. Meow, meow, meow. That was a joke for your cats. They got it. I know you didn't. I know you didn't get it, but they're laughing hysterically. Trust me. Yeah, if I go back to California, yeah, I'll probably go visit Jordan because, I mean, let's face it, there's not really anything there anymore because my mom has moved away now, so I don't have any family in Southern California anymore, except for my dad. And, we'll go visit him, obviously. They put the marker finally on my dad's grave. Here, let me show you that. My sister. Okay, hang on a second. I gotta save this to the phone because my sister shot it and it's like sideways on the screen, so I gotta fix that. Give me a second here, and I'll show you this. Okay, now let's see. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's the marker they did for my dad. Let's see, is it? Oh, I guess it is just kind of washed out here. I thought that was like something that was coming off the screen of the monitor or something, but no, that's just the way it looks. But yeah, that's my dad's marker right now. I guess I put that on about a week ago. So that's good. I'm glad they did that. That took a long time because I mean it's been more than 6 months now since he passed. You wouldn't think that it would take that long to just make a marker, but apparently it does. Yeah, look who's out there making a lot of noise. Yeah, Bite does that too, Diane. He'll get up and at like 5 in the morning and start meowing at me. So yeah, Nibble's out and about. She's doing her thing here. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I haven't really seen Jordan's new place, but Cardboard Box would be a step up from that old place. I couldn't believe he stayed in there as long as he did. I mean, he's had nicer places in the past. I've known, three or four places that he lived before he lived in that place, and some of them were pretty nice. But I guess he just kind of got to the point where he just wanted to kind of keep everything kind of small and self-contained. I'd never be able to deal with that place he had in Hollywood when everyone got to know him because it didn't even have a kitchen. That would drive me crazy. He'd just go buy things in the at Trader Joe's or something like that, nuke it, or go out to eat all the time, and that just isn't for me. My mom moved up near my sister in Folsom, California, so she's up about an hour east of Sacramento. Not going to give you any real specifics because we got to keep her safe, but Nibble's trolling for more goodies. Yeah, I bet you she is. Yeah, well, it was a roof over his head, but not much more. Does he still go to tail waggers for jaw? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think he broke it off with tail waggers a couple years ago. He had some kind of bad experiences over there, I guess. You'll have to ask him next time he does a live stream. Maybe he'll tell you about it. But I don't think he goes there anymore. Because we used to go there all the time. There for a while. Every time we'd go out for a walk, it's like, hey, let's go to tail waggers. Yeah, spaghetti was good. I'm still probably going to get one more meal out of that. So in the end, I'll end up with 3 meals out of that, which is pretty good. I believe my sister can go visit her. I think that was one of the conditions of her moving into that place is that family can come visit. So yeah, I hope so. See now if I go visit them, I'm gonna go visit California. I'm gonna have to travel around California too because go pick up Flash at Beth's house, go visit Jordan down in Southern California, and then drive up to Northern California, which is like 6 hours away or something like that. Hi VNA, how are you? Enjoying the sunlight. Yeah, well, that rainstorm we got that came through here about a week ago was a good one. I got like 7 inches of rain here. It may have actually been more because five of it all came within like a 24-hour period. When I looked at the rain gauge, it was full, almost overflowing. And I think once you get up to the top of the rain gauge, you get water going in there and it's splashing out. So it probably was more than 7 inches, but I know it was at least that. Oh, you only got 4 inches of rain. Oh man, you guys are slacking. We got 5 inches in like a 18-hour period. You got your mom's marker. They offered 25% off the second one. All right. Yeah, I love it when it rains. That's one of the things that attracted me to Texas was that there's more rain here. And I have not been dissatisfied yet, and I am not tired of the rain yet. Do I drain the pool? I don't tend to drain the pool for the winter. I'm going to probably put a cover on it, but we're going to have to figure that out in the next month or two. Oh yeah, yeah. The sun does get. I know exactly what you're talking about too. When you get fires, because then the sky just turns red. There's a weird red tint to everything. Yeah, I'm with you, Jeanette. I love a good thunderstorm too. I could stay out there for hours and watch that. Oh, it sounds like someone's walking on the roof here. Even the cats are hearing it. Hang on a second. I want to see what that was. I'll be back in a second. Yeah, I have no idea what that was. It sounded like somebody was walking on the roof. I mean, I hear squirrels on the roof all the time, but this was if this was a squirrel, this was a big squirrel. I mean, you saw bite, even bite heard it. Yeah, I don't know what they paid for my dad's grave marker, but I wasn't really that concerned about how much it was, just how long it took. Yeah, my place is haunted. Yeah, maybe raccoon could be. Like I said, it was big. Whatever it was, it was something big running around up there. You got a metal roof, and you're hoping you'd be able to hear the rain, but it's so well insulated you can't. Oh, that's too bad. My place is haunted. Yeah, maybe. The rain did cool things off. The weather is trying to bounce back, but I don't think it's going to be that successful. We're not, I'm looking at the next 10 days, and they're saying like mid to upper 80s, where it's been like 90s and above for all of the summer. You have me on Apple TV, so you can work on rolls and making them clean vacuum filter. Okay. Do I enjoy living in Texas? Yes. Yeah. There just have not been that many things I look at and say, yeah, okay, this kind of sucks. The heat is kind of one of them, but you know what? That's part of it, and the advantage with the heat is it also brings a lot of rain. So that's cool. Oh, you're making homemade rolls. That sounds good. Yeah, it should start getting colder here pretty quick. Like I said, I only have 1 year of experience of really kind of seeing what the weather does seasonally here. So, it's going to take me a few years to kind of get the feel for it. But it was about the middle of October last year where it just suddenly got cold one day and it, went from 90 to like 60 in one day and then it stayed there until like May. Yeah, we're going into fall and winter, definitely. That did happen in California, but not as much as like it happens here. Because there really isn't that much of a difference between the hot and cold, in California. Even dead of winter, it's not uncommon for it to be 50 or 60 or 70 degrees out. Going from Florida to Tennessee has been an adjustment. Yeah. I've been hearing that some places are talking about canceling Halloween too. That's too bad. I mean, Halloween especially. I mean, that's a kid's holiday, and I mean, let's face it, the people that are least affected by this virus are kids. They say what that the average age of people who die of the coronavirus is like mid 80s. This is this. We lose 20 to 60,000 people a year just to the regular flu, and kids are usually disproportionately attacked by that. This one's weird because it doesn't really seem to hit the kids. So, why? Oh, I hope there isn't another cricket invasion. I think part of the problem with the cricket invasion that happened last year at the apartment was they had a big giant floodlight right outside my apartment. And I think that attracted every cricket in the entire, in the entire complex to that area. Because I'd walk around the rest of the area and you'd see a few cricket carcasses, but nothing like it was near my apartment. I noticed them too when I went over to HEB at that time too, because they had like millions and millions of them outside the store too. I'm hoping because this is darker here, that won't be as much of an issue. But I guess it probably was about now, maybe a little later, that happened last year, because once the cold came, they were all gone. Well, it was that and the fact that I like sprayed 2 cans of Raid in the area and kind of did my own cricket genocide. VNA is celebrating Halloween this year inside with scary movies. I actually might be doing Silo Screams again this year. I've been hearing from John, the guy who runs that. He's already starting to gear up for that kind of stuff. And I guess the first chance to do that is going to be the first Friday of October, which I think you said was like the fourth here. Let me see. Hang on. When is okay? It must be like the second or something like that because I'm looking at the calendar right now. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely try and do that. John's already told me he wants me to do another video for him, so you'll get to see that too. And I got that new camera that I got last Christmas, and that should do better. I last year those videos I shot those all on my cell phone, and it did all right. But that was the camera I have now seems to be better geared towards low light situations. Just it's got a bigger lens, and so that's going to let more light in. So I'm actually interested in seeing what it can do. Come on up to Temple, VNA. I'm sure John would hire you. All I had to do is I was there one night filming that vlog, and John came up to me and says, "Oh yeah, you're a customer. Yeah, you got to go out, wait out there by the bus, or or we're going to put you in costume. And really, that was all it took. Because he knew I was vlogging, and there was a no cameras inside the mazes rule. So he was really appreciative of the fact that I didn't violate that rule. And he contacted me a few days after I did the vlog and asked if I wanted to come up and do that. And, the rest of it is history. I had a great time DNA. That was so much fun. I mean, I was in one maze most of the time. There was kind of a creepy medical themed maze, and I was in there. I was the dentist most of the time. But when we got back and did like Christmas, I got to play Freddy Krueger, and that was awesome. The demented dentist, yeah, that was me. Temple will be a long drive for you. Yeah. Well, John, like I said, John contacted me about a month ago, asked if I would be interested in doing it, and I said, yeah. I mean, the only issue is I have a job now, and what I would have to do, get off of work at 7:30. But if I could hop in the car at 7:30, drive up there, get there around 8ish, if that would work, I'd be in. And he said, oh yeah, we can work with that. So yeah, I hope to do it. I had a lot of fun. There's a decline of shops selling Halloween costumes this year. I noticed that Halloween store that I went to last year is in the same location again. Yeah, Linda, Temple is about 30 miles south of me. So it's a 20-25 minute drive. You can do it on my days off. Actually, I really can't do it on my days off because he doesn't run 7 days a week. He does like Fridays and Saturdays, and Fridays and Saturdays are both days I work. So I think he last year he did it also on Halloween Day, and that was in the middle of the week. I don't know when is Halloween this year. Halloween's on a Saturday this year. Yeah, Spirit Halloween. Yeah, I was driving around by there the other day, and I saw that they were open again. Now I remember last year when I went there initially, had just opened and they didn't even have everything out yet. So I don't know. I may go back and vlog that again. Oh yeah, I absolutely did it last year. Yeah, you'll have to go check in the weeks leading up to Halloween. I did a vlog at Spirit Halloween. There's a store in Kingston that has too many costumes they can't get rid of. Yeah. Well, the beauty of costumes, is it's not like food where it spoils. You just keep it till next year. What's my favorite horror film? I like the zombie movies: Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead, Return of the Living Dead. I love Poltergeist. That's probably one of my favorite movies. Um, Freddy Krueger, Nightmare on Elm Street. I grew up with all those slasher films: the Friday the 13th, the Halloween, Nightmare on Elm Street. So those are definitely favorites. Like batting a toy around here on the ground here. Well, Poltergeist was especially fun for me because Jordan and I went and vlogged the Poltergeist house. And so it was really fun to go there and actually stand in front of that place. Did I ever get into The Walking Dead? I watched, I don't know, about the first season and a half, and I uh, kind of faded out on that. Look who's back, showing us his butt again. Those movies give me nightmares, huh? Yeah, well, see, I always was able to objectify things like that. I'd go see some gory slasher flick, and it's like, rather than getting freaked out about it, I'd just sit there and wonder how they did that. Because you know they didn't really hack somebody up for that. Were there people at the poltergeist house? Yeah, in fact, we had to. Seems to me we had to go back once or twice because the owner of the house was out a bunch. But we did get back there eventually when he wasn't there. Oh, you hear that bite? Peter thinks you're adorable. What do you think of that? Oh, you like the 18 van? Yeah, I like my 18 van. That's my 18 box set. Love that show. That show is classic. Would I ever wear a costume handing out candy? No. Usually when I'm doing Halloween, I try and dress all in black so that I can hide in the shadows. Because one of the things I discovered in California is that I had to kind of keep an eye on what was going on. I didn't wait in the house. I hid in the backyard and waited for people to come in because I found that about half the kids wouldn't come past the gate. And so, anyone that came to the house, I wanted to give them candy. That's just kind of who I am. Thank you, Diane Miller. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. Have I made any friends where I live now? I've made some friends at work. That's those are people I interact with a lot. I've got a few friends there that I consider, you know, good friends at this point. Haven't I mean I've met a few people here. I actually met the neighbor one block over a couple days ago because the post office delivered something to my house when it was supposed to go one block over to his house. He had the same address but one block over, and they delivered it to me accidentally. So I said, okay, well I'm just going to kind of walk that over, and I kind of met the guy. He seemed really nice. We talked for a couple of minutes. He said he was glad I brought it over because he'd been waiting for that all day. Apparently, it was something for his boat. Oh, Nibble's adorable too. Okay, you like how homey my house is looking. Thank you, appreciate that. It's getting to the point where it's mine now. I've still got a lot of work to do, but thank you, Robert. Thank you very much. You like to dress up for Halloween? It's always fun. You know what? I don't really get into the dressing up, although I did have a lot of fun dressing up when I was doing a silo of Scream. So definitely looking forward to doing that again. Always wanted to do something like that. So glad I got the chance. And they seem to be really happy with how I did things. So we'll keep them coming. Yeah, it isn't really that Nibble isn't camera friendly. She just isn't friendly. You like my T-shirt? Yeah, I got that in Baker, California. I think that was the time that Jordan and I went to Las Vegas. And yeah, that is the desk in the corner there. That was the one that we cut the top off of. Used to be back here. Haven't really haven't really done anything with that corner yet, but we're going to put some stuff there too at some point. I'm kind of reluctant to do too much on the walls in here because I want to paint first. Do you look like an Oreo, or is it just an orca? You look like an orca. Yep. I should watch Carver. It's the worst. I don't even know what that is. Any nice ladies at my workplace? The good ones all seem to be married. That's the way it always works. Oh yeah, I'm sure I've worn this shirt a few times. Hi Shirley, you're not that late. We're not even to the halfway mark yet. Watering your garden, well, that's important. Yeah, I got to do that. Hi Angela, how are you? I don't know if you noticed, probably can't see it right now, but I got your videos running in the background. So that's Angela's video running on the screen. You can't really see it, but oh, no wonder you can't see it. I got a DVD in front of it. Duh. Yeah, there you go. There's Angela. Now you can see Angela. Kept looking around there trying to see it. It's like, well, that's Angela, but that doesn't look like what I'm seeing on the screen. Yeah, that's right, Angela. How's the job going? You started that a couple weeks ago, right? The Bluetooth speaker out of the way there. Oh, Charlotte and Logan are on again. Hi, Charlotte and Logan. How are you? Oh, you like my CD rack? Did I get far enough over to see that? Yeah, I guess I did, probably. Yeah, that's my CD rack. That was one of the first things I built. Then the DVD rack came not long afterwards. When will we pick a color for the guest bedroom? I got to figure out what the furniture is going to look like in there first. And I don't know, that's a ways off. I think the next big project I'm going to do is out here because I'm already starting to work out here. If you saw last night's video, you noticed that I started hooking up a surround system. And then you watch the video tonight, I do a little bit more on that. I actually got a couple of the speakers up on the walls, up on the ceiling here. I put those up yesterday. And also the ones up here on around the TV. So we're getting there, and I start doing like the shelves in tonight's video, and then I'm going to try and go finish those up, or get a little further. It's going to be a couple days that it takes to finish this series, of the videos, because right now I've just kind of done the rough construction of the shelves. And then I got to finish those off, cut them up, cut them to shape. Stain them, put the polyurethane coating on them, install them, wire everything up. It's going to be a few days that we're going to be on this subject. So your apartment is small, so you had to put your CDs away. Yeah, I mean, I kind of survived without my CDs for more than a year because basically everything that I listen to is on my phone now. But some people can switch entirely to like streaming services and stuff like that. I'm not like that because you know what? If the internet goes out, I don't want to be isolated from my entertainment. Carver '90s slasher film, huh? I never even heard of that one. But that's possible because in the mid '90s I bought my first house, And at that point, I really stopped going to the movies because I had so many other things to do. You thought you had a bonus video this morning. Yeah, I goofed. I accidentally put tonight's video up this morning, put it up at 8 a.m. instead of 8 p.m. It'll be back up tonight. I slept in a little bit this morning, so it was like a little after 9 when I discovered what had happened. It's like, oh man, there's already 200 people that watched it. And now the numbers are going to be all screwed up too because, you know, usually, I had like 200 views in like the first hour and a half, and that's kind of an average day. But, since the video originally went up at 8 a.m., when it goes up at 8 p.m., it's not going to be the first hour, it's going to be the 13th hour. And so the numbers are going to be reflected in an odd way because of that. But that's the way it happens. Every once in a while, I just post something early. Yeah, yeah, a lot of people did see it. Like I said, there were 200 views before I pushed it back to private. Like I said, it'll be up at 8 o'clock tonight. Basically, it was video of me starting the building of the shelves and also putting the speakers on the wall. There's a lot of stuff on when you're doing like woodwork like that where you do it and then you have to stop and wait for a while. When you're gluing wood, you got to wait for the wood to dry before you can move on to the next step. And so when I get done with the live stream, I'm going to go finish up or do more work on that. Yeah, yeah, Angela saw it. Yeah, that was it. I don't know. Every once in a while it happens. I halfway thought about just leaving it up, but whatever. It's not going to reset the views. It's just the way it's graded in terms of how it compares to other videos is how many views you get in a certain number of hours, and if the video is not live for 11 hours in the middle of that, those hours still count. So it doesn't matter. I mean, the same number of people will do it. It's just this video is going to be 10 of 10 in terms of popularity just because of that. Why does it matter when I post it? I just like to leave the previous video up for at least 24 hours before I put up another one. Probably wouldn't matter, but I don't know. That's just me. Might have been different if it went up, 36 hours after the previous video rather than 12. But yeah, yeah. If you saw the video that was up for an hour this morning, you saw that other lizard I found in my garage. That thing was this long. I swear, I've seen that guy out in the yard. He's a monster. Yeah, I'm not really a professional in any way in terms of woodworking. I'm just a very enthusiastic amateur, but I like doing it, so that's good. Yeah, well, and what I did, when I was in California, I always had my videos go live at 6 o'clock, and so that was 6 o'clock California time, and so I just moved to 8 o'clock Texas time because then that was the same time. It's 6 o'clock California time or 9 o'clock East Coast time. And that's kind of when everyone in America is home. Yeah, I know it's not maybe as good for people across the pond and stuff like that, but yeah, that's the way it goes. And there's the bite man again. I'm surprised too that lizard managed. It was in their room and got to the far end of the room without attracting the attention of the cat. So I don't know. Either they're just too well fed that they weren't really that interested, or they didn't see it. Probably the latter, wasn't it? You were sleeping at the time, weren't you? Because that's what you guys do during the day. You sleep. That way you can go. That way you can wander around the house all night and go meow, 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 meow. Right? Yeah, that's the way it is. Oh man, yeah, you have no idea how many political ads. Well, you guys probably do because you're the ones that see them. But yeah, it makes me laugh all the political ads that are popping up on my videos because I see them every once in a while too. Yeah, I've just kind of developed my own techniques on this. I'm sure if you got some expert to come in here and look at this to say, yeah, you're doing that all wrong. But you know what? I enjoy it, and I get good results from the woodwork I've done. And I usually have a way more complicated image of the thing. Like I said, that desk was stunningly complicated because I wanted to have the lights built into it, and it's got an electrical outlet right there, and all sorts of crazy stuff. The lights are on a dimmer, and so I think that's my greatest weakness is that I kind of over design things. Did the reheated spaghetti still taste good? Yeah, it was. It was still good. I was concerned about that too, but and actually it took a little bit of while for it to heat up enough where I could stir it around and all that. But you like watching UFO videos? I was really into UFOs like when I was like in high school and stuff like that. Yeah, a couple of people asking about the election. I don't want to go into politics here, so I don't know. What happens is what will happen. We'll find out. Who knows? I don't know what's going to happen. Yeah, you're right, Jeannie. If you're happy with work, then that's all that matters. And I am with the work, then it's all that matters. And I mean, I've done pretty well on this stuff. This stuff survived pretty well. The desk got a little damaged in shipping here, but I didn't have to do anything with a DVD rack. I didn't have to do anything with a CD rack. I didn't have to do anything except reassemble the headboard on the bed in the bedroom. And is going to get some lunch. Yeah, I've never seen any of the Saw movies. That doesn't sound like that much fun. I don't know. Maybe it would be, but like I said, it isn't even really that I'm not interested in those movies so much as that I'm just not going to movies very much anymore. Although I think there is one that I got to go see here. I've always been a big Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure fan, and there was a new sequel that came out about a week ago, and I do think I want to see that. Everyone who's seen it seems to really like it. I have a friend on Facebook who is really young and wasn't even alive when the first movies came out. So she's been talking about the Bill and Ted movie for the last 6 months. So and she saw it and she's just been binge watching it, just running it over and over and over again because it's online. It's on demand, and so she I guess she's probably watched it half a dozen times now. You like how I keep my channel PG and political free. Yeah. You know what? I mean, I do have very specific viewpoints on political issues. And, but you know what? It's just politics is just such a polarizing issue right now. And, no matter which side you take, you're going to make half the people mad. And I want everyone to watch this. Democrats, Republicans, you're all welcome here. You're watching a show on Netflix about time travel. You can't, but it's so complicated you can't drink while you're watching it or you get lost. Yeah, I've been there. I still don't fully understand the movie Donnie Darko. Yeah, Bill and Ted Face the Music. Yeah, it looks like an interesting concept. It's too bad they couldn't get George Carlin to come back, but you know what? Because he definitely made that a first movie. You know, yeah, Keanu Reeves is good in that. Alex Winter too. They were a perfect team. I'm really surprised that Alex Winter didn't do more with his career. Yeah, I agree with you, Angela. We all should just be able to make our own choices. I've seen the new Tenant film. Now, like I said, I don't go see movies very much. Like I said, the I have not seen a movie actually since I've been here in Waco, and so that shows you how long that's been. Um, and I wouldn't even be able to tell you what the last movie I saw in the theater was. A lot of times, what I'll do is if it's a movie I think I'm interested in, I'll just pick up a copy of it on DVD and watch it that way. No, I haven't seen any of the John Wick movies. I liked Keanu Reeves in Parenthood. If you ever saw him in that, he was good in that. He almost kind of reprised his role as Ted in Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure because it was basically the same character. He got a lot more mature when he did movies like Speed and Matrix and stuff like that. He kind of then stopped coming off as such a goofus. But I kind of like him as a goofus. Favorite movies at the moment or anything to do with Leslie Howard. All right. Ever see Hugh Jackman? Just as Wolverine. That's the only thing I've ever seen him in, actually. Hey, Jeff's here. Hi, Jeff. How you doing? Is the fridge working okay? Yeah, yeah. There've been a couple of weird things going on with it, but it hasn't been for a while. So I don't know. It's all right. Yeah, like I said, I think the only Keanu Reeves movies I've ever seen are the Bill and Ted movies, Speed, Parenthood, Matrix. I can't think of any others. Hey, Eric's here. Hey, Eric, how you doing? Boy, we got all the vloggers here. We got Angela, we got Jeff, we got Eric. All we got to get is Terry and Circles in here, and we'll have the full group. Look who came down for some hugs. Nobody asked for it, but belly rub time. Belly rub time, yep. How about a belly brush, huh? Would that be good? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Enough of that, huh? All right. That's the way it works. Well, that's what I used to say, John. Whenever I start taking Keanu too seriously as an actor, I go back and watch Bill and Ted. But yeah, he's not a bad actor. I've seen worse. What does my shirt say? It's just a promotional shirt for Baker, California. Uh, Jordan and I went there a couple times. That was where they have that alien fresh jerky place, and also the largest thermometer in the world is in Baker. It's on the 15, probably about an hour and a half out of Vegas. Yeah, he was all right in Speed. Like I said, it is a movie. I have a copy of the first one. I didn't watch this. I saw the second one in the theater. Wasn't really into it. It just seemed like the same movie in a boat. Yeah, I didn't even see Rise of Skywalker in the theaters. I just waited until that came out on wait until it came out on Blu-ray. Oh, there you go. Jeff's going live at 7 o'clock tonight. So there you go. It'll be 8 o'clock Texas time. So that'll be about the time my video goes on in about 7 hours from now. For those of you who don't know. Wait, no, you're an hour ahead of us. So wait, hold on. I'm wrong here. That'll be 6 hours from now then, because it's about 2 o'clock there. Man, my math is horrible. It isn't even 6 hours. It's 5 hours, isn't it? Ugh. Stop making me do math, people. I'm not doing good at that today. I haven't liked any of the Disney Star Wars movies. They aren't really, any of them aren't really any good. But, Disney's killing Marvel, Disney's killing Star Wars. And now they're killing themselves because they've been shut down for the last 6 months, or really operating on like limited, unlimited budgets and stuff like that. Yeah, Day the Earth Stood Still. That's a classic. I like that one. Angela has another Elvis vlog that she'll be doing. Okay, there you go. Okay, we can all rest assured. Jeff is on his computer now. Whew. Oh boy, that was a close one. What's in the jar behind me? That's a candle I made. I had it lit a couple weeks ago. Basically, it's just I had a whole bunch of extra wax left over, and I was tired of hauling around with me, so I made just one big giant candle. And I started with a really light color, and then added colors to it and did these layers. So it goes from like this light blue almost up to a dark purple color here. It's heavy too. How's the mowing going? Well, I only mowed that one time so far, so but it worked out well. I mean, the lawn looks good, looks much better now. Um, and Now that I can get the mower into the shed without bottoming out, that's a good thing too. Yeah, you'd think it would last a long time, but the problem is when I bought wax, I bought like 25 pounds of really cheap wax, and it just doesn't burn very well. Yeah, that used to be an old pickle jar. How's the training going at work? Well, last week or so has been, as you know, we've been kind of in the maintenance cycle. And so it was kind of fun because normally someone who has my job would be, okay, well, I gotta explain this a little bit. There's these little trays that go on the machine that kind of move down the conveyor belt that the product is placed on, and those get dirty, and so we have to remove each one of them. And there's like 20 of them on each machine, and they have to be hand cleaned, and each one of them takes about 15 minutes to clean. And so when you're dealing with hundreds and hundreds of these things, uh, it takes a long time to clean those. But actually, this past week, I haven't been doing a whole bunch of the cleaning. They've actually been having me put those things back on the machine. So that was cool. I'm kind of glad that they're letting me do that kind of stuff. It shows that they have confidence in me and all that. I think I'm going right. I think things are going in the right direction. So yeah, I was disappointed with Lowe's. But that's what happens. Sometimes they just don't care. It was the fact that they wouldn't do anything to try and correct the problem. It's just like, okay, yeah, we screwed up. We know we screwed up. It's our fault, all that. So we'll put you on the bottom of the list, and you'll get your mower in 4 days. It's like, no. At very least, if you're admitting you screwed up, then what you should be doing is putting me at the top of the list. Okay, I get it. You can't get it to me today, but first thing tomorrow morning, I should be the first person. No, they didn't do that. And as it turns out, Home Depot had the thing faster to me than Lowe's would have. So Lowe's said Thursday, Home Depot got it to me on Wednesday, and they didn't miss me for 4 days or for 8 days. I'm not going to go so far as to say Disney sucks. Just that they don't really care about their people, and they're making bad decisions on some of the movies. When they bought Marvel, when they bought Star Wars, they basically killed both those franchises. Yeah, it's funny. I was at work the other day, and some people were talking about some bad experiences that they've had at Home Depot. It's like I've never had a bad experience at Home Depot. Home Depot's always taken good care of me. But I like Dennis Miller. Dennis Miller makes me laugh. Yeah, yeah. I never heard of Pimpernel Smith. Now, a lot of people that complain about Disney, they complain about the money. The truth is, I never really had a problem with the money. I thought the money was fair, maybe even on the generous side for us, for the work we were doing. I just, the thing I didn't like the about Disney is that if they didn't like you, they wouldn't give you opportunities to grow. See, that was what I wanted to do. I didn't want to stay in parade support and push ladders and drive floats. I mean, driving floats is fun and all that, but I wanted to move up in the corporation, do something more, become more valuable, and they just would not let me do that. I watched your sermon the other day. No, I didn't know. I didn't know I could watch your sermons. You're going to Hollywood Studios tomorrow. Cool. Yeah, I probably wouldn't mind, going and visiting Disney World at some point. I've only been there once. I was burned out on Disneyland because I mean, there's only so many times you can ride Space Mountain and then you're over it. Yeah, that was it. That was it, Jeannie. I mean, I knew I could do more. There were so many things that I could do that I wasn't allowed to do. See, that's another thing. I was just thinking about this past week. I would never have been able to do some of the things I was doing this past week at work at Disney because Disney is a union shop, and so it was so much territorialism. You can't do that. You're not in the union. You're not in the right department. It's like, yeah, I can do that. That was one of the things that frustrated me. You had to have an electrician to turn on the floats at Disneyland. Well, oftentimes we'd come in for a rehearsal and we couldn't get the stupid technician to come over and do that. And so, we'd turn the floats on and then they'd go and flip out over that. It's like, well, you knew we had a rehearsal. You weren't there. You wouldn't do it yourself. And now you're complaining that we did it. Come on, the world doesn't stop because you decide to go take a lunch break. I don't know, whatever. No, I don't even blame the HR department. That wasn't HR. HR there has so much to do as it is. It was just local management. And I mean, here I'll tell you exactly what the problem was. The problem and this was primarily in DCA parades. DCA is Disney California Adventure, and that was where I worked, is out of DCA parades. And DCA parades consisted of three subparts. There was the performers, and those are all the people that dressed up as the characters on the floats. There was parade support, which is what I was, and we drove the floats. We helped put the characters on the floats. We took care of all their possessions while they were on the parade. And then there were the costumers. And for some reason, the entirety of the management in DCA parades all came out of the performer class. And so there was no there were no managers from parade support. There were no managers from costuming, so we were just simply not represented there. And you add to that, the performers tended to have a very high opinion of themselves. They thought they were better, and they tend to look down on us. And so that kind of mentality kind of permeates its way when you get into management. It kind of stays that way. And so you end up with managers that don't really see the value of parade support. They don't really see the value of costuming. And so you don't have anyone there that represents you. And that was really, I think, the big problem. If I were to go in there and fix that, I'd fire two of the managers who were performers, and I'd bring in somebody out of parade support, put them in management, and I'd bring in somebody out of costuming, just to get some different perspectives. That's just the way it is. Oh, Terry and Circles is here. Okay, now we got the full thing here. Now we got Angela, we got Eric, we got Terry and Circles, and we got Jeff. All we're missing now is Jordan. Thank you, Jen. Appreciate that. Second try on this. Bank stopped the first time. Little money for kitty treats and toys. All right. Hope you appreciate that, Pike. There's a kitty treat for you. Yeah, that's some jam. All right. Want another one? Okay. Another? Because you're fat enough already. Starting to clog up a little bit. Much better. Let's see. Yeah. I'm not really into the live action. I mean, I was never really a whole bunch into the Disney movies to begin with. I picked up a few of the Pixar movies when I worked there because I worked the Pixar parade and in DCA, but and I kind of wanted to know what the background of the movies were. Did they issue the employees Disney stock? Our 401ks were funded with Disney stock. Really good, Terry. How are you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. Where and how am I going to store my ladders? I'm actually thinking about that. I think I'm going to probably attach them to the side of the house in the backyard. There really isn't really uh, a lot of room for that. Thank you, Jeff Kidd. Yeah, well, we'll have to do an oil change at some point here. So yeah, we'll put that into that fund. Thank you very much. Rumor has it Disney is moving to Texas. Yeah, well, if that's what they want to do, I won't work for them. I'm happy where I am anyway. It's what I love the fact that I work for that. My boss is actually somebody who knows my job. It's such a kind of a nice change of pace to be judged by somebody who actually knows the work that you're doing, not just somebody that is an adjacent department and has a low opinion of what you do. Terry's still dealing with stomach issues. That's too bad. That was Brenda and your mom. Brenda, as you know, is my sister, and my mom. My mom just moved into her new place probably about a week and a half ago, and I've talked to her a couple of times. We've been talking mainly about the memorial thing that we're doing for my dad. That's We're having problems getting the church to give us all the stuff that we need to do it. So, but we're getting there. I finally got the stuff from the pastor the other day, and then I played it. Well, he apparently he the when they do their editing for their services, they do everything in QuickTime. So I guess they're Mac based over there, and my PC based editor doesn't deal very well with QuickTime movies. And as it turns out, when I tried to import them, it only imported the audio, not the video. But but I also have the same software on my laptop here, but it's got a slightly different version of software, and apparently it's able to deal with that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to dump the videos over to here, edit them, turn them into MP4s, and then we'll move them back to the other computer and drop it into the video. Pass holders have to make a reservation to visit the park. Yikes. Are you a pass holder, Jeff? Or what we call an AP? Yeah, it's funny how many times I've walked over those tiles and not noticed that. But I was looking down the other day and it's like, oh, that's weird. It's like there's a face there, kind of creepy. And it almost looked like, it was engraved in there that way, like it was done intentionally. It's snack time for Charlotte and Logan. All right, bye, Charlotte and Logan. Have a good day. I'll see you next week. Yeah, I'd like to go see Animal Kingdom at Disney World. Oh, you've been an AP for almost 20 years. Wow. You probably helped pay my salary then when I was there. Thanks, Terry. Yeah, I'm really happy with how it's starting to turn out. I got a lot to do, but we're making great progress. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna need a snowblower. I mean, we'll play that by ear, but I don't even see them selling them, so I don't think it's that much of an issue. We had, like I said, I heard it snows occasionally here, and we had one little snow flurry that came through last year. I showed you a little bit of that on my video that day, but it just kind of dusted the ground a little bit, and then it was gone within a couple hours. So yeah, I saw that this morning. There's another hurricane taking aim at Louisiana. This one's going to go up the east coast of Louisiana rather than up the west coast. So do I remember Mutual of Omaha's Wild Kingdom? Yes, I do. That was used to be one of those shows I watched every week. I have a weed eater. Yeah, I had to use that quite a bit because there are certain areas that the riding mower can't really get to because it's like in a corner or something like that. And yeah, seems like the whole West Coast is on fire. Met any famous Texans yet? The only one I've met is Alan West. He was a congressman and I guess he's now the Texas commissioner for the RNC or something like that. Nice guy. Holy cow. Former lieutenant governor in the army. Hi, Kevin Leonard. How are you? Yeah, I do remember that. Yeah, Wonderful World of Disney and then Wild Kingdom. Yeah, I remember that. South Dakota. Yeah, you definitely have to deal with snow in the winter. Well, I rake leaves this fall. I don't know. I don't know if the trees I have drop their leaves. No, I haven't met Teal Moore. I don't know who that is. They've arrested some people for arson. Yeah, I think a lot of this is some of the protests. The people are intentionally lighting fires. Something is falling from the trees. I don't know if they're pecans. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get. I was looking yesterday, and there's an arborist in the area, and I'm thinking maybe of bringing him in and having him tell me what I have because I would like to if those are pecans, I would like to actually harvest some of those. Oh, okay. All right. No, I didn't. All right. Yeah, I didn't. I didn't know your real name, Terry. Sorry. There you go. Okay, well, I can honestly say that a Texas author knows who I am then. That's cool. Yeah, you got me, Terry. Thank you, Jeannie. Thank you so much for kitty treats. Yeah, like, because yeah, you can tell those cats are starving to death, right? I'm so glad you don't live in the Midwest anymore because you can't stand driving in the snow and the ice. Yeah, I haven't really run into any of that. Like I said, we had a little bit. We had a little bit of dusting of snow last winter. We'll see what happens. Yeah, I don't think they're walnuts. I know walnuts pretty well. Yeah, I was reading up a little bit on it too. Uh, I don't know. I gotta get someone to kind of help me understand how you do that because apparently you have to dry them and then the husks begin to break open and stuff like that. And yeah, yeah, I'm enjoying the lawnmower. Yeah, it's that's definitely was a right way to go. Like I think I said in the video that my yard is kind of right on the line of what you could do with a push mower, but the thing that really kind of made me just make the decision to go with a riding mower was just I don't want to be out there pushing a push mower around when it's 100 degrees out. I can go out there and ride around a little bit, and that's fine. Plus, the fact I'm in Texas now, you got to have a riding mower. There we go. Everyone wants stuff to go for kitty treats. Yeah, we're gonna have more kitty treats than we know what to do with. Bite and nibble, you got like a lifetime supply of kitty treats. Did you know that? I don't know where Nibble is, but Bite's just kind of chilling out there in the hall right now. The last hurricane knocked some pecans out of the tree along with branches. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've been collecting some of the nuts off of the tree. And hang on a second, let me go get a couple of them, and I'll show them to you because maybe you guys are more of an expert at this than I am. Yeah, so these are the nuts that I've been getting off of the tree, and I don't know if those are pecans or what. Now, this is one that I pulled off the tree that was green, and I actually cut it in half just to kind of get an idea what it looks like. And like I said, I'm not sure if that's a pecan or what that is, but I would definitely like to do that. But yeah, that's what I'm getting off of there, and they're like usually in little bundles of three like that. So, Diane's saying that's a walnut. I don't know. I've looked at some pictures of them. Yeah, I don't know. And I mean the ones I do see, they seem to have these little ridges down the side, and they're divided into quadrants. And so yeah, this might very well be like a pecan. Yeah, it's a very hard shell. I did look at some. I did Google pecans, and like I said, I saw some pictures of things that really look like this. But like I said, when I open it up, it doesn't look like there's a pecan inside. So I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to get an arborist, I think, to come over, and I want to know about the trees I have in the yard anyway, because there's several different things. Well, I did. I actually cut that one in half, and that was what was inside. Like I said, I don't know if that's a pecan, but Yeah, I'm like I said, if it is pecan, and a lot of people are saying, that there's pecan, but some people are saying walnuts too. So I don't know. I do think I have an oak tree in the yard. Yes, the squirrels definitely love them, and it's funny. I hear them falling off the tree and landing on the roof and rolling off the roof when I'm getting up in the morning. And I'm sure that's the squirrels doing that. I'm sure they're knocking them off. And yeah, the thing I saw, like I said, I wanted to just cut it in half and see what it looked like. And so I took a green one and cut it in half, and that was what I saw. But they say you need like a nutcracker to open this up. I actually put this in a vise and cracked it open that way. And I didn't really see anything in there that looked like it was a nut of any kind. Like I said, I'm going to talk to an arborist, I think, at some point and figure that out. Because if it is pecans, I'd love to harvest those. Who knows? Maybe I can do something with pecans in the instant pot. That'd be fun, right? Yeah, you crack them vertically because I think if you crack them down these little ridges here, that's where it kind of breaks apart. And the ridges are like there's four ridges on each one. And so I think if you crack it like squeeze it like I'm squeezing right now between my thumb and a forefinger, then it pops open. But like I said, when I opened up one of them, um, it didn't look like there was a nut inside. Squirrels and nuts go together, ain't that the truth? Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say it's pecan, but I've always just gone pecan. Maybe that's just California. What's my favorite season? I guess I like spring. I love it when it rains, but I love when everything is flowering and stuff like that. Oh yeah, I know firsthand that oak is a hard wood. There's a wild cranberry tree in front of your balcony. That'd be cool. I wouldn't mind that. I've seen a lot of signs up for that say we buy pecans. So, like I said, the guy who was trenching under my house a few weeks ago for the sewer line, he was the first one to say that he thought those were pecans, and he said, with the trees that I have, and I got like three big trees in the front yard that he says he thinks are pecan trees, that I could probably get $500 worth of pecans a year out of it. I don't know. I want to look more into it, but yeah, I don't know if I'm going to pick up too much of a Texas drawl. I've been in California my whole life, and the truth is, I thought it would be a lot more. I thought there'd be a lot more of it here. I hear a few people that have a Texas accent, but you know, not as much as you'd think. I remember being here when I was like in my teens, and I heard it all over the place. Everyone seemed to have one then. Does citrus grow well in Texas? I don't know. I don't know. That'd be fun to have like an orange tree or something though. I have thought about putting some fruit trees in the yard. That would be great. You pick apples from your friends. See, that'd be another thing that I would get if I could. Would be in like an apple tree. The neighbor next door to me in California had an apple tree in their backyard, and it was these little green apples. And when I think of green apples, they're usually really kind of sour tasting, but they brought me over some once, and they were really, really good, really sweet, much more sweet than you would expect. Yeah, people never hear their own accent, I guess. I probably sound funny to people living in Texas too. And it struck me odd. One of the times I had, when I think my mom was on the live stream a few months ago, people thought that she sounded like she had a Minnesota accent. It's like, huh, I didn't hear that at all. Light's down here on the floor meowing at me. You have young skunks in your yard. Oh, that sounds like fun. Actually, skunks are cute. I wouldn't mind having one as a pet, but you'd have to have them descended. They're sweet little animals. They just got kind of a smelly side, kind of like you, Bite, right? You have kind of a smelly side too, don't you? Yes, you do. I don't know if I'll plant any fruit trees. It would be fun to do it, but I don't know where I would do it at this point. I don't know. We'll just play it by ear. Like I said, I still got to go put those palm trees in the ground. I think I've got an idea how I want to do that. We're going to put it in a corner in the back of the yard there, kind of back behind the shed. Because what ends up happening, my backyard is sloped a little bit. So as you're coming towards the front of the house, it kind of slopes down a little bit. And so my neighbor behind me is probably 5 feet. Their house is probably 5 feet above the level of mine. And I've noticed that when you get right to the gate there, right border fence, it kind of slopes off and then kind of levels out a bit. And I think what I could do is maybe put some bricks around that corner, maybe like on a 15-foot radius or something like that. Fill that in, kind of level that up, and then I'm thinking about putting the palm trees in there. Moles in my yard? I haven't seen any moles in my yard. The only thing I've seen other than birds is there's a lot of squirrels around here, and that's cool. I like squirrels, and I've been actually feeding them, but I probably don't have to with all the pecans in the trees if that's what they are. Whatever they are, the squirrels like them. And we got Bite facing forward for once here. Now they don't get to see your butt anymore, huh? Yeah. Yeah, that is one of the definite things I like. The area is a little bit hilly, and I'm kind of at the top of one of the hills. In fact, I've noticed that if I like drain water from my pool and let it run down the driveway, the second it hits the street, it doesn't run down the gutter on my side of the street. It actually crosses the street and runs down the gutter on the other side. So water is definitely running away from my house, which is a great thing. I wouldn't. There's a few places that there's houses like that are at the bottom of little hills, and it's like I wouldn't want to have my house there. Too much of a chance of flooding. I sit there and walk around and look at some of those houses, like, wow, how do you not get flooded out? Yeah, I haven't seen any evidence of moles around in the yard. I haven't seen any tunnels. I mean, I know that the squirrels are digging holes and putting in planting and putting nuts in the ground, and I see those all over the place. In fact, I've seen little frogs too. Yeah, my way of acclimating to the Texas climate is just to stay in. Where are the Christmas lights I had up? I assume you mean the ones in the apartment. They're back in the box in the garage. They'll go up for Christmas. I just kind of wanted to have something interesting, and now they got the little laser show behind me. That's what I'm doing now. Thank you, Kathy. Appreciate that. You want me to buy a little blanket? Yeah, they got a couple of kitty beds and they use those a lot, but and they definitely cuddle up. So I appreciate that. Yeah, we'll do something for the kitties. Kathy thinks you need a blanket. What do you think? You need a blanket? Yeah. Well, I'm not necessarily saying I want any of them, but if they're going to tear up my yard, then yeah, I definitely don't want that. Yeah, where are you subscriber wise, Terry? Subscriber because it's subscriber wise and it's total view hours, and I think it's like what 10,000 hours and 1,000 subscribers or something like that. I don't know what kind of palm trees they are. They're actually I had a palm tree in my house in California, and these are babies of that. And so I brought them along, and like I said, I want to put them in the ground. They did all right this past year, even though they were in pots and sometimes didn't get all the water they needed. But I think once they get in the ground, they'll do much better. Oh yeah, I had no idea that I had no doubt that uh, lizard or iguana, well, it wasn't an iguana or gecko or whatever it was, chameleon or whatever it was. Yeah, I had those in California too. They're ravenous insect eaters. So definitely move them out. I found another one in the garage yesterday. You'll see that on the video tonight. That one was big. That one was like this long. He was a monster. That's like an alligator. Okay, so you have 1,200 subscribers, uh, but it's only the watch hours. So you need people to go watch your videos. So go watch Terry's videos. Let's get her watch hours up a little bit so she can monetize. It's Terry in Circles. Go check her out. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to put a Christmas tree up this year. I never really have, just because I'm concerned about these guys climbing up it. Because I know the second I get the tree in there, um, these two will be at the top of it, and then 20 seconds later, the tree will be laying on the ground. Okay, Jeff just set up a Patreon page, so go become a Patreon of Jeff. He's a good guy. When I get to the point where I start messing with my smoker some, I'm going to have to go watch his videos to learn how to do it right. I'm probably not the best person to ask about how to grow subscribers because basically, everyone who comes to me has discovered me through Jordan. And so, Jordan just kind of said, hey, yeah, go check out his vlog, go check out his channel, go subscribe to his channel. So, that's the way you do it. You find somebody who has a lot of viewers and have them support you. That's what I did. What's my favorite holiday? I would say it's between Christmas and Halloween. I probably have more fun on Halloween. Yeah, that's something you can do. Just go run Terry's videos and just let them run in the background. You go to her homepage and there's a button there that says play all, and it'll just run them all back to back. That's sort of what I'm doing right now because I got Angela's videos running in the background there. So we're giving her some free view hours too. Your cats don't bother with the tree. They like the heat and the Christmas lights. Well, see, that's another thing. I'd be concerned, not necessarily this guy here, but Nibble loves to chew on things. And I just see her doing like that cat in Christmas Vacation. As soon as the rain stops, Jeff will be out doing the smoker again. Yeah, I got to get the surround sound hooked up. I'm a few days away from that yet. I got the speakers up on the wall, but that's about it. Well, see, that's the kind of something I learned from Jordan because I had Jordan, pushing to help me and get my vlog going. I remember the day of probably about a year ago now when I was talking to Jordan and I was saying, yeah, I'm like 20 subscribers away from 1,000, then I can monetize. And he said, hold on, I'm going to do something about that. And then he started a live stream and put a real clickbaity title like Breck needs your help or something like that. And in like the next 24 hours, I got 800 more subscribers just because Jordan got out there and rallied everyone. I needed 20. I got like 800. It was insane. It still is my single biggest day ever. Yeah, that's cool to do. It's just playing it forward, Terry. Somebody helps you and you help them, or you help someone else. So yeah, Angela's videos are worth watching too. Go and do that. Yeah, Jeff's right too, Terry. The live streams make a huge difference. I get tons and tons of view hours from these live streams because it's 2 hours, of video, and there's people that go and watch the whole thing. You know, and it isn't just those of you who are live now asking questions. It's people play these, back. Some of my live streams have just as many views as some of my regular videos. Yeah, Jordan's that kind of guy, Angela. If he's aware of you and he has anything that he thinks, he sees anything in you that he thinks is good, he'll help promote you. Mike loves the attention. Yes, he does. Definitely does. I mean, it's to the point now where every day when I'm getting ready to do a live stream, the second I sit down on the couch here and start turning on the laptop, he's out here. He knows what's coming. Thanks, Diane. I'm glad you enjoy the vlogs. Yeah, I know that happens, Terry. People are jerks. And I've just kind of taken the point where, you get somebody that's being a jerk, I'm just going to block them, and that's the best thing to do. The truth is, it's been like a couple months now since I've had like a troll in here. I mean, you remember, 6 months, a year ago when I do a live stream, it'd be 5 or 6 trolls in here on every live stream. I haven't had one in a long time. Every once in a while, I'll get some idiot that'll post a link to a porn site on one in the comments section, but I just block them and they're done. Whatever. People are just that way. But I think if you get to the point where you block enough of them, they give up on you. Because like I said, I haven't seen a troll in here in a long time. Wouldn't be live without bite. Yeah, you're right. And there he is again. I guess I missed the one where he took Jaw through the car wash. That's pretty funny. I wonder how his reaction was. Kathy looks forward to my live streams on Sundays too. Cool, thank you. No, you don't get haters for being yourself, Terry. You get haters because they're haters. They look at anybody who's even remotely successful, and they feel rather than spending time to boost up their own stuff, they're going to spend their time tearing down somebody else, and that's just sad. And that's just pathetic. But it's the world we live in. It's one of the downsides of the anonymity that comes from the internet. You know, they think they can, just come in here and be a jerk and not have any consequences to themselves. And unfortunately, sometimes they're right. Yeah, don't let the haters bring you down, Terry. They're sad, pathetic people. They just wish they had a successful channel like you do. Jaw climbed onto Jordan's lap in the car wash, huh? Drinking too much haterade. Awesome. Yeah, I mean, I can't tell you what to do, Terry, but when you stop doing what you're doing because of the haters, then the haters win, and I don't agree with that. Just keep doing what you're doing and block them. Remember, it takes them 15 minutes to set up that account, and you 2 seconds to block them. Yeah, and that's really what it's all about, Terry. It's just be yourself, be nice, and just be who you are. Yeah, yeah. Kathy's right. It's just. I said that too. It's that you're successful and they're jealous. That's really what it is. What's for dinner? I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna go probably pull something out of deep freeze and we'll see what happens. Depends on what's on the top. I got to go back to work tomorrow, so tonight's gonna be kind of an early night. Yeah, those are good words, Jeff. You are the kid. What you see is what you get. If you don't like it, tough. Leave. That's weird. I always every once in a while I'll get somebody that says, "Yeah, your videos are boring." Well, why are you watching them? I don't usually respond though. I just block them. They don't if they don't like what I'm doing, then don't watch. It's really that easy. It's my mom again. She always does that during a live stream. I swear, I keep threatening that I'm going to just put her on the air when she does that. If I do have a pecan tree and get a good harvest, will I be baking pecan pie? I'd like to. I got to learn a lot about pecans and how to harvest them and all that stuff. But yeah, it would be fun to do. I wouldn't mind. I like pecan pie. I would definitely eat pecan pie. And she left a voicemail. I'd like to think that she knew I was online, but I think, she knew I was doing a live stream, but I don't think she necessarily watches them all the time. Yeah, I've seen people like put like nets up to capture the pecans because they say that once they hit the ground, you got to collect them pretty fast, or they go bad, or the squirrels get them. But I was thinking about maybe making a net of like some garden netting or something like that, something I could just quickly set up and collect them that way. I don't know. We'll see. Like I said, I got to learn. I got a lot. I got to learn about that before we do anything with it. Sometimes you got to get on your hands and knees. Yeah. Wow. Thank you, Laura. Appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'll have to call my mom back now here. Now that I got some money to do it. No, I'm joking. Yeah, you're right, JC. Nobody's forcing anyone to watch. If you don't like it, there's a million other channels on YouTube. Find something else. But, I honestly think that some of these people think that their opinions are so important to everyone that if they come in and tell you, oh, I don't like your video, that somehow you're going to go change for them. It's like, no, I'm doing my video. I'm going to do it my way. If you don't like it, go find another channel. It's really that simple. I'll be honest with you. I'm not even doing this for you. I'm doing it because I kind of enjoy doing it. It's kind of interesting to, especially now that I've got, coming up on 500 videos up. I never would have imagined a year and a half ago when I started this that I'd be still doing it this much later. Yeah, oh yeah, I've had a Patreon and a PayPal account. I think basically from before when I was actually monetized. There's links on my front page, so if you're interested, yeah, the squirrels will probably jump into the net, but that's fine. I don't mind them taking a few of them. I like having squirrels there, and I'm actually putting food out for the squirrels, so that's that's not a problem for them to have a few. Like I said, so long as they're not taking a bite out of every single one of them, if they pick half a dozen to take them and eat them, then that's fine. Yeah, well, that's it. I actually set off one of my trolls once. It's like, wow, you must really think I'm great if you're wasting this much time trying to crash my party. It's like, no, you're not that great. Yeah, well, yeah, that's why you're here, right? Yeah, I remember when long distance calls were the thing. It all kind of changed when we all got cell phones. You subbed to the Monsters channel. I didn't know there was a Monsters channel. I guess it makes sense. Yeah, that's the way you deal with it, Kenneth. If a troll comes in, you know what? I mean, I don't know. I guess I'm like the cats catching a bug in the house. I'm gonna play with it before I eat it. But I'll generally just insult them a bit. I enjoy doing that. Just turning it back on them. Oh, Terry's going to leave. That's okay. We're at 2 hours. We're going to stop pretty quick here anyway. So thanks for stopping in, Terry. Keep going on the channel, and everyone else out there, go watch Terry's channel. What I'm going to do is when I'm done here, I'm just going to put Terry's channel running in the background. Let's boost up her hours a bit. If 5 or 10 of us do that and let it run for a couple hours, we'll push her over that 200 hours mark, and then she can monetize. Because it really all changes at that point. Mattel a Day of the Dead Barbie doll. Wow, that's funny. Yeah, I am loving the house. Mm-hmm. Ask Jeff how to cook them before you eat a troll. Have I used the bath yet? No, I haven't. I'm not really a bathtub kind of person. I'd have to go buy a stopper for the drain too. It doesn't even have one. You made spaghetti in the instant pot. That's cool. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. I was actually pretty pleased with that. And like I said, the advantage. I mean, it takes a little bit longer. But the neat thing about it is it's all in one pot. And that was like I said in the video. There's just so much cleaning up for spaghetti. It's a whole dishwasher load because it's the pot for the meat, it's the pot for the sauce, it's the pot for the pasta, it's the colander, it's the spoons to mix everything. It's a big job, and if you can do it all in one pot and then just throw the pot in the dishwasher, that's definitely the way to go. And I mean, half the dishes I had throw in the dishwasher weren't necessarily because I needed to have them out, but because I wanted to, show the ingredient rather than just, throw it in there because I was doing a video. I don't know if it makes a difference whether you watch the whole commercial or not. I don't know. I've never really heard a good answer one way or another on that. Should try the Spanish bean soup you made, huh? Yeah, Molly got in right at the end here. We're going to be stopping in a minute or two here, but that's okay. We're still going for a minute or two. Yeah, the second I saw that they were actually cooking the meat in the instant pot too, it's like, huh, that's a really great idea. Well, and you still could drain the grease out of there. Like I said, it didn't say specifically to drain the grease, and so I didn't, which probably means it's a little the spaghetti I made was probably a little less healthy, but whatever. Yeah, I'd never tried it in the Instant Pot either, but I saw the recipe and I was reading through it. It's like this is easy. This is, and I mean, this was one of those days where it was, I just gotten home from doing an 8 hour work shift, and was instead of doing a 12 hour shift, I was doing an 8 hour shift, and so I was looking for something simple and something that I already had all the ingredients for, and I had everything I needed for that, so it just made sense to do that. And spaghetti sounded good, so I saw a chicken Alfredo recipe there in the same section of the cookbook I used for the spaghetti recipe. Got a new cell phone, you can't get the thing to notify you of the lives. Oh, well, with me, I'm usually going to do one about this time of day on a Sunday. So, sometimes it's an hour earlier. This one I started an hour later. Usually I start about 11 Texas time. Today we started about 12. And like I said, we've been going for a couple hours now. So, anyway, I think I am going to end this one now because I got to call my mom back, see what she needs, and also I kind of want to get going on today's vlog. So I think I'm going to pull the plug on this. Thanks everyone for watching, and I'll see you next week. My video, new one, will be up in about 6 hours. If you didn't see it 6 hours ago when I accidentally put it up early. Uh, but anyway, we'll have that one up in about 6 hours, and I will see you next time. Good night, everyone.